Take the exit. Turn right into the drive-thru.
Nope, I'm making dinner tonight.
You don't have time. Josh has practice.
Oh, that's right. I'll just get a salad.
And fries?
No, just the salad.
But salad cancels fries.
Salad only.
Fries.
Salad.
Fries.
Food noise isn't fair, but Mochi Health is. The affordable GLP-1 source that puts you on the road to successful weight loss.
Hey, can I get the...
Fries.
Salad. Sorry.
Learn more at joinmochi.com. Mochi members have access to licensed physicians and nutritionists. Results may vary.
What's up, Canuck Nation? Welcome back to the Line Change, a Vancouver Canucks podcast. I know it's been a hot minute. As mentioned, we're talking Brock Boeser in this video and his future with the Vancouver Canucks. And we're begging the question, is it finally time for the Canucks to move on from Brock Boeser? The Brock market has hit historic lows. We're not just talking about a bad slump. We're talking about a franchise-altering contract that looks more like a trap with every passing game. Brock Boeser was supposed to be a cornerstone of this core, but with just 12 goals heading into the break and a massive $7.25 million cap hit locked in until 2032, the Canucks are literally stuck between a Brock and a hard place. Is he actually untradeable, or is there a team out there that is desperate enough to take the bait? Today, we're breaking down the brutal reality of the Brock Boeser dilemma, comparing his value to Connor Garland, and asking the question management is terrified to answer. Is it time to pay someone just to take him? Let's look at the numbers because they are staggering. This career worst production comes in year one of that $7.25 million AAV extension. When he signed it, he looked like a fair, or rather when it was signed, it looked like a fair bet. Factor in NHL inflation, and it was essentially a non-raise. But you expect a 28-year-old to maintain his traditional numbers. Instead, Brock Boeser's production has literally fallen off a cliff. He's only had 3 goals in his last 19 games, a stretch from the end of the year until now, a stat that would make any GM sweat. Imagine you're another GM. Would you be comfortable having a $7.25 million player on your books until 2032 for a winger? And a winger who might have lost his scoring touch? We're talking about committing to him from age 28 right through to 35. That is a massive ask, and that's why the quote-unquote negative value crowd is getting louder. I've seen comments on the channel suggesting management was a poor judge of talent for even signing this deal. Some of you have even been more direct, calling for him to be benched just to spark some change, especially around the time that we saw Jake DeBrusk be a healthy scratch, and when Brock was mired in that long goalless drought from November until January. I even said that they should, they're willing to bench Jake DeBrusk, they should be willing to bench Brock Boeser. This is where the logic starts to break down. Why is Connor Garland considered so movable, while Boeser is treated like a toxic asset? Garland is a year older, his extension runs just as long, and his production has also essentially cratered. He literally had no points in the month of January. Yet there are reports the Canucks could get a first-round pick for Connor Garland, but would have to pay to move Brock Boeser out. Something just isn't adding up. Boeser is younger. He has a career point per game of 0.76 compared to Garland's 0.60. And most importantly, Boeser is a proven playoff performer with 11 goals in 29 games. Garland only has 7 points in 21 games. If you're a contending team, who do you actually want? The $1.25 million salary gap between them is roughly the price of a league minimum depth player. Is that really enough to swing the value from a first round pick to a quote-unquote negative? Many of you have pointed out that if we're serious about a rebuild, everyone over 25, including Boeser and even Elias Pettersson, should be on the block to maximize assets. Despite the gloom in Vancouver, the league-wide context matters. Goal scoring is still at a premium. 18 of the 31 other NHL teams have the current cap space to add Boeser's full hit right now. That number grows by the deadline. If a team traditionally struggles to land big UFAs, trading for a signed Boeser might be their best shot of adding top 6 talent. The catch, the no movement clause. Boeser holds all the cards. For the next 3 seasons, he only moves if he wants to, which likely takes any undesirable rebuild destinations essentially off the table. We all saw Brock recently get engaged. He's planted roots here in Vancouver and probably has no desire to waive that no move clause. This is why a trade is so difficult. It's not about just finding a buyer, it's about finding a buyer that Brock actually likes. We all saw that power play out with the Artemi Panarin trade and how handcuffed the New York Rangers were, especially when it came to the return. Should the Canucks trade him if they're serious about a 5 or 6 rebuild? The answer has to be yes. By the time this team is competitive again, Boeser will be in his mid-30s. Even if the cap goes up, $7.25 million is never, quote-unquote, chump change. That's money needed for the next generation, the next Zeke Williams of the world, the Tom Villanders of the world, and whoever we end up drafting this upcoming draft. If Patrick Allvin can get a 4th-round pick today, is it worth keeping and hoping Brock Boeser can revitalize his value next season and perhaps that could climb to a 2nd-round pick? Or do you just, quote-unquote, get out now? And while a trade is even possible, some fans feel it's time to move on from the entire core to finally see the next chapter. Another big hurdle to go along with the no movement clause could be the retention hurdle. Moving a contract this size, it usually requires the Canucks to eat at least 50% of the contract. And as some of you have noted, that's a pill this management group just might not be able to swallow right now. We're still obviously, paying off OEL, and, you add on, retaining on Brock Boeser's contract. Again, that's $7.25 million that you're retaining 50% on. I don't think the Canucks could be able to pull that off, nor would they be even willing to probably even consider that. Could the Canucks trade Boeser? Yes. Should they? Safely, yes. But will they is the big question. Right now, the power is entirely in Brock Boeser's hands. If he wants to stay and prove this season was a fluke, he has every right to do so. But for a Canucks team desperate for a fresh start, being stuck between a Brock and a hard place is a very dangerous position to be in. What do you think, Canucks Nation? Is there any world where you keep Boeser, or are you driving him to the airport yourself? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth Canucks talk and analysis. I'd like to finish off this video by thanking my sponsors of this video. First up, Gassy Jack Art, maker of this amazing artwork you see behind me, and you guys can check them out yourselves at GassyJackArt.com. I'd also like to thank my other sponsor, which is DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL.
The secret is out. With millions of younger-looking customers across the country, Plexiderm is one of the most highly sought-after products on the market. It visibly shrinks under eye bags and smooths out crow's feet in minutes, and the effects last up to 10 hours. Influencers love it, magazines feature it, and people just can't get enough of it. As a matter of fact, Elle Magazine gave it an Editor's Choice Award as Best Instant Wrinkle Filler for 2025. In as little as 10 minutes, Plexiderm reduces the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and those dreaded under-eye bags. So yes, you can look years younger in minutes, and the effects last for hours. No surgery, no gimmicks, just results. The best news, you can try Plexiderm for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Don't wait. Order Plexiderm today. Visit Plexiderm.com/special. That's Plexiderm.com/special. Paid for by Sheer Science.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is built for the fastest game on ice. With player props and live betting, every shift, every shot, every save gives you options to get in on the game with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN, that's code THPN, to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois, 21 plus in most states. Void in Ontario, restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which will expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, See dkng.co/audio. This is a limited time offer. Copyright 2026 NHL, all rights reserved. This video has been a presentation of both DraftKings Sportsbook as well as the Hockey Podcast Network. Be sure to check out the network for your favorite podcast covering your favorite team at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com, the home of hockey podcasts where it's every team, everywhere. Once again, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about Brock Boeser and what the Canucks' chances are of trading him, and if that is even what the Canucks should do. Should the Canucks finally move on from Brock Boeser? Once again, drop your comments down below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next line change.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.